Ever feel like your hormones are running the show? 1 month, everything's fine, and the next, PMS hits like a summer storm you weren't expecting. Or maybe your cycles are all over the place and you're starting to think about your trying to conceive journey and just want to give your body the best possible start. Now, here's the truth. Our hormones aren't meant to be perfectly balanced, and that's something I see again and again on social media.
It's about balancing hormones, hormone imbalance.
But they naturally rise and fall during our cycle, during different life stages, and even day to day. And that's why often a blood test for your hormones cannot really tell you the full picture because hormone levels change day by day, even hour by hour. But what we can do is support our bodies with the right nutrition and lifestyle so that the hormonal shifts feel more smooth, less disruptive, and are working in their optimal ranges. And that's what we're going to explore today. I'm walking you through 3 supplements that every woman should at least know about when it comes to hormonal health. And those 3 supplements are magnesium, vitamin D, and omega-3s. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos on nutrition and hormonal health. I share tips every week to make you feel more empowered and to help you understand your body and some small but significant changes that can improve your health. Quick disclaimer though, this is not medical advice. This channel is for educational purposes only and particularly in relation to the topic at large today, which is supplements. Supplements work best when they are personalised for you and your unique needs, and it is always best to discuss supplements with your GP, doctor, or accredited practicing dietitian before commencing them. In particular, if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, and are on any medications, as we know, supplements can interact. And stick to the end because I'll be sharing 2 extra essential nutrient supplements that you should definitely include if you are currently preparing for pregnancy. Let's kick things off with magnesium. Honestly, one of my favorites. Magnesium is like the body's quiet multitasker and is involved in over 300 reactions throughout the body, many of which are related to our hormones. It helps with regulating estrogen and progesterone, calms the nervous system, and even supports adrenal health. If you've ever had PMS, cramps, mood swings, or those sleepless nights before your period, magnesium could potentially be part of the puzzle. Studies have shown that it can reduce PMS severity and improve sleep. It has also been studied in PCOS for insulin sensitivity and inflammation, though the evidence is a little bit mixed still there. For most women in the reproductive age of your 20s through to your early 40s, you need around 310 to 320 milligrams per day, and magnesium is most prominently found in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. But here's the catch. Many of us don't hit that target from food alone. And in modern days, the growing changes and the soil conditions of the food that is mass produced around the world doesn't contain the same magnesium content as it once did. So there is potential that we are not getting anywhere near as much magnesium through food as we once did in the past. Supplement-wise, the best tolerated and easiest to absorb forms are magnesium glycinate, which is one of my favourites. I feel like it is a very gentle and effective form of magnesium in supplements, and the other form, magnesium citrate, which is a great option if you are a bit constipated because it can assist with getting the bowel functions moving. Often a bedtime dose is best for sleep and stress, and you want to just slowly work your way up with magnesium. So potentially start at 150 milligrams per day up to 300 milligrams per day. Too much magnesium can affect your gut, and you may be sprinting to the bathroom to clear yourself out if you have too high of a dose. I myself have been guilty of that problemo. So start low and see how you feel. Next up, vitamin D, which technically behaves more like a hormone than a vitamin. You'll find vitamin D receptors in the ovaries, uterus, even in the placenta. It helps regulate menstrual cycles, support ovulation, and even preps the uterine lining for implantation. Kind of like rolling out the welcome mat for pregnancy. Research shows that low vitamin D is linked with irregular periods, PCOS, lower chances of conceiving. And even in Australia, it is now thought that almost a quarter of people are vitamin D deficient. And it is probably even more because we're not all getting tested for this deficiency. And this is probably caused by more people working a lot more indoors, the increased awareness of sun safety, so we are covering up more and using sunscreen, and vitamin D is primarily sourced from sunlight. Here in Australia, most adults need at least 600 international units a day, but it is more likely around that 1,000 to 2,000 international units per day, particularly if you're in your preconception period, for how important vitamin D is for our hormonal and fertility health. The main source of it comes from sunshine, and you can get a little bit from oily fish and a few other food sources. But this is one where it is likely that we need a little bit of vitamin D in supplement form. And if you are in your preconception journey, usually there is some in your prenatal multivitamin, but it is best to test before supplementing with this. And this one is a fat-soluble vitamin, so we don't want to over-supplement with it because more is not always better. Finally, omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, which are the long chain omega fatty acids. They are like the stars of the show. There is a lot of good research for the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, and they are best known for their anti-inflammatory effects, but they also play a huge role in hormone health. They keep cell membranes flexible, which means hormone receptors can do their job properly. They support ovulation, and they definitely support egg quality. For women with PCOS, omega-3s have been shown to reduce testosterone and improve cycle regularity. In IVF studies, higher omega-3 intake is linked with better fertilization rates and pregnancy outcomes. So how much do you need? There's varying guidelines, some suggesting 250 to 500 milligrams, and some more around that 1,000 milligrams plus. It is standard dose to have that 1,000 milligrams per day, depending on your supplements. So I feel like that is a nice place to start. You can get this from 2 to 3 serves of oily fish per week, which is your salmon, sardines, trout. But I find that most people are not having that due to accessibility, affordability, and taste preferences. So you can also get this from a fish oil or algae supplement. So let's recap. Magnesium can support with PMS symptoms, stress responses, and sleep. Vitamin D almost works like a hormone in itself, supporting cycles, ovulation, and fertility health. And omega-3s can calm inflammation and support healthy, responsive hormone receptors. And that is why these three are a great trio in supporting hormone balance per se. And here's that extra tip I promised if you're still watching. If you are planning fertility, do not forget folate and iodine in your preconception supplement regime, which are most likely going to be in your prenatal multivitamin. They are essentials for your pregnancy health in Australia to support with babies' brain development and preventing neural tube defects. I'd love to know, are you already taking any of these supplements? Has anything surprised you? And are you curious to try any of them? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, please stay around. I'll be sharing weekly videos. Bye for now.